it's just constant, a stabbing pain.
Did you feel like you had to throw up too?
Oh, I've never thrown up so hard in my life.
Yeah.
Nausea, oh, it was terrible. I've known a couple of women that have had them, and they said they would much rather have a child
Yeah.
than they pass a stone.
I've heard that too.
Be careful.
Yeah.
You're saying your pain's worse than a woman's pain.
Oh.
I don't know, you're the fighting words.
Women say
No, the women said that. Two women told me that. And I totally agree. So if I could have a kid for you, I would.
Thank you.
Okay. Who's got the tape recorder?
Susie, I have to. Yeah,
Back of your
it's
office?
in my backpack.
Well, I don't know how to turn it on, so.
Oh, no, it is in the office. It's in that little gun case.
So we're
Are
gonna
you
be,
okay with being on YouTube? Just on YouTube, or do you wanna grab that?
YouTube, where I normally listen to it.
Okay.
okay.
YouTube is already going, so you can start whenever you want to.
Okay.
Hello.
Okay. Let's go ahead and get started. For you that don't know and can obviously see, Jeremy's not here tonight, so you're stuck with me. It's a little after 6. Let's get this party started, the meeting for May 9th, 2024. Let's start with pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Start. Oh. Okay, as the consent agenda, has everybody taken a look at the check register, minutes from last month's meeting? I don't know, does everybody have a copy? See that?
It should be on your
Email.
yeah.
Oh, in the,
In the
I think there is one for you
Dropbox.
all signed in your file there.
there's right there, yeah.
No, it doesn't show in my book. It's in red writing on the bottom, the payment for registers on the building.
So we got a payment for Webster on the building for $323,740.58. It's handwritten on that
Yeah, it's on this copy, I just saw it. Okay, so with that being said, the total on this register printout is 137.9, so 138. We add the 323 to it. So we're looking at 463, 464 total for this month.
So are we paying Webster Construction just in increments then, or?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
right. This amount, Scott, I'm assuming it's mobilization and
Yeah, it's mobilization and parts, they put concrete, the floor, plumbing under the floor, that kind of stuff. And
Okay.
Galloway's went through and reviewed the pay request and approved it, so.
I personally don't see anything that jumps out. Anybody have any thoughts or concerns?
I'm good.
Okay. So I have a motion then to, we'll accept the check register and the minutes from April 11th. Oh, and May 22nd, or May 2nd.
Did you make that motion?
No,
You'll
I
accept the
don't think
motion,
I can, I think I have to.
Yeah, I think so. I'll go ahead and make a motion to accept the check register and the minutes of the last April meetings.
Second.
And the May,
Oh, and the May
April.
2nd meeting, right. Yeah.
Clayton, you seconded it?
Yeah.
Okay, all in favor? Sean?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, next item is the public comment section. We'll open the meeting to anybody in the gallery that would like to speak on anything other than what's on the agenda. As I don't
They're
see,
all jumping up.
yeah, as
Not
I
everyone
don't,
at
as I don't see anybody, we will close the public comment section of the meeting. Moving on, we have a couple of public hearings listed. The first one is Foothills at the Francis Gate plot amendment.
That's me. Okay, so. Alright.
So we approved the annexation for the Foothills at Francis Gate land back in December. And with that annexation agreement, we said that they could have 5 lots on the parcel that was already in the city, FT2, and then 1 additional lot in the annexation area. So 6 lots total. So this is subdividing those 6 lots with a plat amendment. All of the lots meet the code for the zones that they're in. So the front 3 lots are in the residential half zone, and they meet the code for that zone, so they're at least a ½ acre, they're actually an acre, but the code says they have to be at least a ½ acre, and they have to have at least 100 feet of frontage. They all meet that. And then the back 3 lots are in the Ag 1 zone, and they all meet the requirements for that code. So they're at least an acre, and they also have 150 feet of frontage minimum. They meet all, the amendment meets all the other requirements from the city code. So to me, it looks good. And I think unless you have any comments, I think we can go ahead and approve that. The planning commission reviewed this and they're passing it to you with a unanimous positive recommendation. This is a public hearing item, so we'll have to open and close the public hearing. I think Scott also has staff report.
Yeah, main thing is there, since we moved the access from Highway 35 to Foothill Drive, we asked them to widen the road from 35 to their entrance. So we have a turning lane right for the first 150 feet, and then they're going to be 30 feet wide to the north end of their property. So other than that, they got to put the water and the sewer and all that, and the storm drain in, but that was the big thing they had to do as part of this change in their subdivisions.
Right.
Okay.
And it probably means nothing to anybody, but the lots that are gonna get sold, the frontage is gonna be off of the High Country Lane, not State Road 35,
Yeah,
right? Because that's gonna be dangerous if it is.
Yeah, there's a note on the plot that they have, we've got the 20-foot access easement, but they can't build or access
Okay,
on 235.
I just haven't had time to read any of it, or I'd have probably meant that, sorry.
Yeah, all the access will come on the new High Country Lane.
Yeah,
Okay.
so all the driveways will be off this road, which has access on them.
Yeah. Okay, that's the only thing I have.
Okay, and as Katie said, this is a public hearing, so I will open the public if anybody wishes to speak. And there's obviously nobody here, so I will close the public portion of that and come back to council. Any other comments? Don't need it. So then we need to,
A motion to accept the Foothill to Francis Gate plat amendment.
I'll second that.
okay, all in favor? Shana?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Moving on to the next one, The local government officers' compensation, as you see, Suzanne gave us a handout. If we want to take a minute to peruse that, or we can just have Suzanne explain it to us.
So Utah state legislation in this last session made changes so that anyone on city council, anyone appointed, a city attorney, city engineer, kind of explains all of in there. You have to do a separate public hearing if you're going to do raises for any of them.
Okay.
So for those people that he's considering doing, he said it would be up to 8%.
Considering that would be.
The mayor,
The mayor.
yeah. When I talk with the mayor, it's not going to be fair. So what percentage do you want me to have him say is good in the meeting, so there's no problem when we do the budget next month? Does that make sense?
No, I'm a little slow on that. So
Okay.
if anybody gets a raise or a raise up to 8%,
So if anybody gets a raise, you have to have a public hearing now,
got
so the public can come speak.
it, got
So when I talked with him, he decided we should say a percentage.
Right.
So that no one can say it wasn't discussed, we talked about it in the city council meeting.
So he's considering right now doing a raise of 8%. And that's what this meeting is for, is that?
Or appointed officials.
So that's the recorder, the
The
treasurer.
treasurer.
So that's what, but he's proposing an 8% raise tonight, like basically. even though it's not
Basically,
here.
Absolutely.
It will be in the budget next meeting,
Okay,
but we kind of wanted to make sure that it's on record, that we follow the new state law. And
sure. Okay,
Okay, and the hearing that they reference here, that hearing can be our council meeting. Is that correct, or does it have to be a separate?
No, it can be in our council meeting here. Excuse me.
Smacker stuff? No?
No, I've done that before.
Sorry.
Just got good reflexes.
So it has to be in a separate meeting from your budget hearing.
Got it.
Oh, okay, so not its
See,
very
because-
own meeting.
Because
That's how I
normally,
understood.
when I've done the budget, I do it all in the budget hearing. Because in the past, there were problems doing it this way, if they didn't like someone.
Okay, understood.
So we started doing it with the budget, like a lot of cities did, and now they're saying we can't.
Okay. Okay, and again, I'm sorry.
go ahead.
No, and again, this is under public hearing, so we'll open a public hearing if anybody wants to discuss it. And again, there's nobody in the audience, so we will close the public hearing portion. Now we'll turn it over to council. Thank you.
I was gonna ask, so basically what we would be approving is a raise up to 8% for those people.
The appointed,
For appointed staff.
But it's not like, oh, definitely 8%, it's just up to
No.
that point?
just up to,
Okay,
we can give 1%.
okay. It's just to put it in the budget for,
Yeah,
okay. All right, yeah, that's the only question I have.
Now, does that require
yeah.
a motion? Okay. We need a motion to, what, accept
Up to 8%.
up to the 8%
Yeah,
that the mayor is proposing?
I'll make a motion to accept up to 8% for a compensation increase.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right,
Aye. Okay. Next item, discussions, updates, and approval of potential acts. The first one is Francis Commons phases 4 and 5 final plat. Katie, is that back to you?
Back to me? Yep. Okay, it's glitching, but that's fun. Huh, what did you do, Scott?
This one's working.
Okay, that was
You turn, you turn
I'm
this
just
one.
gonna ignore that
Oh,
one.
it's-
Public. It's not here to look at it.
Yeah, well, it's okay right now, fingers crossed. Okay, so this is the Francis Commons subdivision, which is off of Scenic Heights Road. So this is 32 here in Scenic Heights. I'm sure you've all seen a lot of construction going on there lately.
You know, just disco dancing, it's
Yes, it was fine until whatever. Anyway, so phases 4 and 5 are part of the townhomes. They're, let's see, phase 4 has, I think they both have 12 townhomes. Yeah, they each have 12 townhomes, each have 12. And then phase 5 also includes the park. And here's phase 4. Just 12 townhomes in a row here. And these do have they'll work with the setbacks we have. So we won't have to bring them back for a plat amendment like we did the other one. And then here's phase 5 with the park. The planning commission approved the park landscape plans. So those are all done and they are keeping it the same as what they proposed before. Planning commission reviewed this item. They found that it's good, and they're passing it on to the city council with a unanimous positive recommendation. And they've implemented all the comments that we've asked them to. So it looks good to me. I feel like it meets the code. So my recommendation would be, unless you see any issues, then to approve it. And I believe Scott also has a staff report on this. It's not a public hearing. We've done that before for this section, so we don't have to do a public hearing on this one. That's it for me.
Great. Scott, you're up.
So the water and sewer for this is all installed as part of phase 1, so they're just basically building the alley between for the access to the, between the townhomes. Still in a park, so I don't really have much of anything. Most of the improvements are in, so.
Okay. We'll turn it back to the council. Council have any comments or concerns?
Well, other than this was supposed to be last and the other ones were supposed to have the businesses first, but that's beating the dead horse, so I have nothing.
There's that. I'm not the only one that remembers it that way, because
I think
It was a handshake
we all remember
promise.
it
We
that way.
need it in writing.
Yeah.
I'm glad everyone else remembers it too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Clint, you okay? Good. Clayton? Okay. Entertain a motion to accept Francis Commons phase 4 and 5, final plot.
I'll make a motion to accept the Francis Commons phases 4 and 5 plat.
Do I hear a second?
I'll second it.
Sean?
Aye.
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 Okay, next item is the budget discussion. And I did see that in the Dropbox.
I just put in the Dropbox the amended budget so far.
Okay.
It's not,
It's still in progress, correct? We still have,
we still haven't done this council meeting.
To approve.
Approve it,
okay.
because it's due to the state, the end of June. And I don't have the tentative one in there because I'm still waiting on a couple of things.
Okay,
I also put a financial statement on there too. I think page 3 is the general fund one. It might be easier for you to see the percentages.
that's what I was gonna ask. I guess I may be asking too much here, but you're obviously the guru when it comes to this. And instead of us looking at a line item by line item, is there any major changes or things that jump out to you, Suzanne?
No, there are just some areas we didn't spend what we normally spend.
Right.
So I mean, Luke's aware of that, purchase some things that we could use,
Okay,
and there's still money there. Other than that,
okay, so this is just under the discussion, so this is just kind of
yeah, just if you guys have anything you want
we can review this
to see
and
in the budget, or,
work on it and change it, we can still,
We have to set a public hearing.
yes. You did everything you did.
So we need to make a motion to set a public hearing.
We can. Usually it's a motion to approve.
Like that.
No, we can make a motion to do it.
so we can entertain a motion tonight to set
The next meeting.
the next meeting,
the
June,
budget hearing.
for the budget hearing. Okay, then let me ask you a question on that, based on what we just talked about. If we set next meeting for the budget hearing, do we have to have a meeting prior to that for the compensation? Or can we have them both at the
No,
same time?
because we already did this compensation tonight.
Okay,
So since we did this tonight, I can include it in the budget hearing.
okay, perfect, okay. So then, do we want to make a motion this evening to set June's meeting to be our budget hearing?
You can do that.
Thank you, Rob. You don't want to? Okay.
You don't want to do the budget? I don't either.
So this is for next year, right?
This is amended this year.
Okay.
We'll do the tentative, we'll go over both of them in the next meeting. We'll have everything,
So what motion do you need?
just if you want to set June,
That would be, what,
The next meeting?
June 13th meeting?
yeah,
Okay, I'll make the motion we set city council meeting on June 13th for the budget meeting.
For the final budget, or?
to approve the amended
The amended.
tentative budget.
Approve the amended and tentative budget. So I make the motion that June 13th, we approve the amended and tentative budget.
I'll second that.
Okay, vote?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, the next item I have in front of me, and I'm assuming everybody else does, the Circle J Rodeo contract for the Frontier Days. It looks like we have an agreement, and then we also have a contract. Our job tonight, I guess, is to approve this. Am I correct in that?
Approve the mayor to sign the contracts.
Oh, okay.
Because I think he has to sign both of them.
Yeah, it does look like that.
There's one for rodeo and one's for the Bronco.
Yeah.
Bronco and Bulls.
One's a bareback broncs and bulls, and one's a rodeo. And I can't remember if there's added money in just one of them or both of them.
Let's see, I see added money for the,
1,600 and then 500.
But that's 500 per event,
Per event, yeah.
so it's
500
not,
per event.
it's not 500, it's 500 times 7, I think there's 7 events.
So the Bearbacks, Broncs and Bulls, 500 times 3, right?
No, bareback fox and bulls is 1,600. 1,600 out of prize money.
That's the rodeo. That was the rodeo.
Rodeo is 1,600,
Oh, okay.
and then the Bearbacks, Broncs and Bulls is 500 times.
Oh, okay. 500, yeah, times 3 then, not 7. So, okay.
Do we know how this looks compared to last year? Obviously, things go up.
I think Jeremy said there was an increase, but
Yeah.
I don't know what last year was personally.
It seemed like when we first talked about it, it was an appropriate increase. It wasn't anything crazy.
I'll see if I can pull it up and tell you.
And this is Shannon Jeremy's wheelhouse, so I would have no idea.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
Like, is this,
No, it
is
looks,
this highway robbery, or is this like, oh, that's very reasonable, or, no, we're stealing from them on this one, I don't know.
Hang on, I'll tell you what we did last year.
it's not very much to put on a rodeo then if it's only 8,500 money.
So we're paying them 85 plus 6,000. But then we supply the prize money and we feed the animals. And it looks like we get the EMTs, the ambulances, stuff like that. And we pay for the announcer, but they're gonna hire the announcer,
That's what I was gonna ask.
or they're gonna find the announcer, I guess.
Usually.
I think we're gonna find it.
Yeah, you're right.
Well,
Usually
it says,
announcer.
it says we hire announcer, Francis pays, and then it says Francis for 2 days, agrees to furnish the announcer.
So usually it's.
We'll probably just call Brent, one of us will call Brent and see if him or
Yes,
Jason
we're
can come and do it, yeah.
But I noticed this time it says a funny man too. Do we have to be the funny man last year?
The head seat. Clown?
That's you.
Come on, I have been called that.
Yeah, I don't remember if we
Many
did
a
it or
time,
not, but I
don't think I wanna be out.
personally wasn't too happy with putting that way. But I don't think I don't know. Let me see if I can talk Dan into doing just one more. I know he doesn't do them anymore, but maybe
Yeah, I can't remember who did it last year.
maybe if we give him a free sponsorship for his ATV thing up there, he'll come and be our.
Okay, so your total rodeo contract expense for 23 was 16,372.
That's what we paid to them or what we spent total?
That's what we paid to them.
Okay,
Total.
that doesn't include the hay cost and the,
No,
So all this total, I think, is about 17,600 with all the prize money added in. So that's not bad to put on.
okay.
To have
and doesn't it say somewhere in there, we get something back? Seems like every year he gives
Every
me
year
a check
we
back.
get, yeah. I can't,
Rodeo committee will also receive the $5 for contestant rebate for every contestant that competes at this rodeo. Is that what that is?
Yeah,
so they'll take $5 out of their entrance fee and give it, I always used to just call it for my taxes and stuff, the secretary fee or whatever, but it'll come back to the town, depending on how many contestants we have, depending on how much we get.
Okay.
So I'll make a motion to okay that Jeremy signs the contract with Circle J Rodeo.
I'll second.
Okay, all in, or vote?
Aye.
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 I,
Now, I give this back to you, Suzanne, Jeremy,
Yeah,
so
no,
everything gets back in the
I-
town. Okay,
who seconded that?
Clay. Next item on that list is Frontier Days. I guess we're still moving along. I don't know, was last month's meeting, did we guys discuss, the committees? Are we still moving forward trying to get that established, or?
yeah, I think we all agreed that we do need to get together sooner than later.
Right,
It's like left at that.
and that's what's left?
Yeah,
Okay.
and I think we still are short. We've got like a couple or three people that volunteer for committees. We probably need to expand that a little bit. Or we're thinking 6 people.
I think it was 4 to 6, something like that.
So I guess
He did, Jeremy did say that his brother was gonna run the shack though. Was you here?
No.
But he said that he's got a definite yes from Joe.
Okay.
Yeah, his wife Tana came in the office and confirmed that, so.
Okay, I said, you asked the wife.
Yeah, she came in and actually, companies she worked for sponsored Frontier Days this year. So, we talked about food and.
Okay, good.
Cool.
So that's a little less stressful to have it back in their hands.
I also put a paper and everything in your pile, Sam.
Yes, that's from the, permit lady.
So I have your health permit already.
You do?
That's taken care of.
We'll just have to schedule like we did last year, the inspection.
Yeah, but then they sent me that one's not approved yet until I get all that information.
Oh, okay.
Because all I have is an old one, but they want new.
Okay, I'll reach out then before we can finalize this to see if, our corn dog guy
Right.
is interested again this year. Now, did we do list, no, they knew the Lions Club was gonna be there. So I don't think,
Tammy and Joe? Or who?
the trailer that was here, isn't that the Lions Club?
But who knew they was gonna be here?
Giovanna knew that when I contacted her.
The food truck,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah, these food people.
okay.
Because they asked for a list last year, and I put them on, and she said, yeah, we know that.
Okay.
I don't know if Lions Club reached out to her, or if they just know that it's a recurring,
Every year.
every year they're here. So,
I think every year about 3 cities.
okay. I'll get on that. And see who's gonna be here. I don't know if Antini has gotten any info from that one person that reached out. He was the, shaved ice guy.
Oh, okay.
And I told him he had to contact her. She was the one in charge of all that, the fees and the permit, and the application. Okay, but I may have made a mistake, because last time I forgot all about Lions Club having a snow cone.
Yeah, I think it's not.
So that could be a conflict, so, he hasn't reached out to me since my initial phone call. I do have his name and number in my office somewhere, I can find it, I'll reach out to him. And, specialty nuts and, lemonade guy. They both expressed, they had great things to say last year, and they said they'd love to come back, so I'll just confirm.
Okay.
Because that's what they're asking for that year as well.
And did they all have health certificate? Okay.
Yeah, now, they didn't submit them through us.
No,
I
because
did,
it says on the mass gathering.
but it says on this,
County.
the mass gathering, yes, that they have to have them. It says here temporary, but I think everybody that we came here had permanent ones for Summit County.
Okay. I just never dealt with any of this, so.
Now, I think it did pop up last year too. And I kind of looked at them with the deer in the headlight look. It says here signs must show where first aid is. It doesn't say a station, but it's just first aid. I was like, well, we got a first aid kit right here in the cupboard. And they were fine with that.
Yeah,
So-
usually we just let them in concessions. Because there's a first aid kit in there. And I think there was one in the announcer stand too.
Okay, that one I'm not sure. But I know there was one in the cupboard, one of the cabinets above the sink. So I think we'll be okay with it. Everything else, we passed last year with 100%, so we should be okay.
Yeah, we should be.
Okay, anything else from me?
Should probably start thinking about movies,
So I just wrote that down,
Yeah.
the movie in the park.
because we'll want to finalize that next time, so we can get the schedules.
Oh, and another thing Jeremy talked to me about was, I don't remember his name, Shane, is it Shane, with the Lions Club?
Yeah,
Track shoot,
Oh, yeah, let's do that.
they want to do something, so.
they want to go what?
Okay.
Do a trap shoot,
In conjunction with Fortuitous, I think that'd be cool.
so we need to figure out when, so we can add that to the flyer.
Okay.
You better have
I can
taser
do that.
if you have guns.
What
That shoot
about the-
projectiles. You better pass your test.
And what about the bounce houses?
I think Antini's already got them ordered.
Okay, I just saw somebody local is starting to do bounce houses, and I thought we could help them out a little bit if we haven't already.
I think she's already got them taken care of.
Okay,
And your bathrooms are ordered, and I'm working with the fire department on EMTs.
I had a question, like, I know we're going to online ticket sales, is that straight online, or are we still doing on-site
No,
day of?
we need to talk about that, figure that out.
Okay,
Because sponsors, if you do sponsor tickets and we take them offline, then we're being charged for the online tickets.
yeah.
I don't think we want to.
I think we need to do day of tickets too, because
Yeah,
who knows what I'm gonna be doing that day, and if I wanna come to Francis, I wanna come, I don't wanna have to already have a spot last summer.
well, and that, if that's the way we've always done it, you don't want people showing up going like, I didn't know I had to buy it.
Yeah,
no, so I think what we need to do, it seats 1,500. So I think you need to figure out how many seats you want online, how many you want for your gate sales, and how many we're gonna need for sponsors.
Okay,
And I almost think, and I may be nuts, but if we're doing the online ticket sales and they're doing the QR code, we probably gotta do the QR code on whatever ticket else we do, so you can keep track of the number somehow.
Well, we should be able to keep track because we'll have, on the online sales, we'll know the number from that. And then the other ones that we sell in the shack or in the ticket booth, those will be on Square. So we can pull the number from Square. And then the number of ones that we gave away, we'll be able to keep track of those too. Plus the tickets are numbered, right? I thought we numbered them, no? No, we didn't. Or maybe we just
might
counted them.
have, I can't
Maybe
remember.
we just counted them.
I can't
So maybe just because they were in stacks where we could count them, so we kind of figure out how many more tickets we sold or gave away.
But if we did cash, did we use Square?
Uh-huh.
We still run it through Square?
Yeah, I did.
Have we come close to having too many people want to buy tickets before?
We've been closed the last couple of years on Saturday. Never on Monday, but on Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday's
I
got really
don't know
close.
about last time, but the year before, prior, Patty was working the gate and they sold out Saturday.
Yeah,
Because there was a lot of people trying to sneak in.
Yeah.
Without tickets.
Yeah.
Are the tickets like specific seats, or is it just?
No,
first
it's
come,
just
first-
general
I
admission.
think it's,
just general.
yeah. I don't think there's numbers on those seats.
We just have to make sure we don't give away or sell more than 1,500. So we need to take, I think right now on the website, we have that they can sell 1,500 tickets. We probably need to have them change that.
Mhm.
And at least take out our sponsor tickets from that, so that we don't oversell.
How many tickets for a sponsorship? I guess it depends what level.
Depends on the level.
We're thinking cut it to like 1,000 online, or is 200?
I think how many sponsors did we do,
I
like
think we had
200 last year total?
200, 250, something right in between there for sponsors.
And that was kind of split between Saturday and Monday. Probably most of them were on Saturday, but some were on Monday.
So, but we're looking at 1,500 per day, basically. So that 250 was split between 2 different days? Or each?
Yeah, it was just all the tickets I got back that were sponsored, so
Okay,
it was both days.
okay. Do you think like 300 tickets at the gate's enough? I don't know how many people are gonna order them online.
Well, it'd be nice if people do order online, because then we sell them, whether rain or shine, so that is nice to have the sales taken care of.
Right.
And then it's less stressful for us on the day of, so we're not
We just need to
scrambling to sell so many.
advertise the crap out of that then.
We're good to sell them at the booth if we have them, but if we sold out, I don't.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be.
Well,
Well,
Well, you sell out, you sell out, that's kind of the goal, isn't it?
right.
How we're doing on the sponsors? Are we still on a list of, 'cause we need to eventually go out and seal the deal, right? But do we have a list of people who've already been
There was an email, I think.
Yeah,
yesterday.
I sent an email out, I think. What it was.
Yeah, I think we've gotten probably I'd say like 10 or less at this point. So it's probably a good time in the next month to reach out, send another letter out, since we're getting closer, and try to get more sponsors in. 'Cause I don't think we're quite at the number.
Can we get a refresher,
So you have,
refresher email of who's already accepted or?
right now, you have, can you read this? 32,350.
Does that include some from last year after the end of the fiscal year?
This is from 7/23. Yeah, so that's what's so hard with our fiscal year because it falls,
Yeah, so right in the middle of Frontier Days.
so anything after the 18th. So 250, 250, 5,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 9, almost 10,000.
We know how much we got last year, sponsors?
32.
Oh, that's the 32. so-
Yeah, 32 would be last year, so minus the 10,000, so you've got 22 something.
Well, yeah, we still need a ways to go then.
We haven't heard about any other grants or anything like that yet.
Yeah, so we did get, I was gonna cover this in kind of reports, but this is a good time. So the restaurant tax grant that Jeremy and I went and did that interview on, we talked about last time, we found out that we got almost everything we asked for. We asked for 72 and we got 67,400. So, yeah, that's exciting.
Wow.
So,
Good job.
thanks. So what we're gonna use that for is probably about 8,000 for marketing. We'll do a little less marketing than we did last year. But we'll have to figure out how we wanna do that. And then we, got 12,000 for prize money. So all those, actually 15 for prize money probably, give or take. Again, we can kind of see what we wanna do, but, anyway. And then we have the rest of it for the concessions, adding on the awning.
Okay.
We ended up deciding the best project to ask money for money was to add on an awning to that one side so we can grill under it. So we should probably try to start getting that going, to have it in place for Frontier Days this year. So, we'll have to get out a request for bids, get some bids on it, and hopefully we can get it done before Frontier Days.
Shouldn't be a huge project,
No, should be.
like a weekend deal or something. I would imagine, but.
Well, yeah, it's,
Clint, Clayton, show up, we'll get it done. If we can build it,
I'll show up with
Scott
all.
can supervise.
So good.
we got probably like at least 40,000 for that awning. And then we have about 5,000 left over from last year's grant that we still need to spend, so I think we should also kind of talk about buying a new refrigerator.
Are we still using, his equipment for the movie stuff? We thought about getting our own stuff on that?
We haven't yet, but maybe we should. But we can't use the grant money for that because we didn't ask for money for that, but that's something maybe next year, we could try to get some money for that one.
Money for, we talked about a bunch of small flags to hand out for the veterans for the ceremony. That and then the plaque. Is that something we use some of that money for, or is that something we would make sure is in the budget?
That we need to choose in the budget.
Same with uniforms or
Yeah.
something, for sure.
And then with your idea of like the veterans thing in the city hall, maybe we get 2 plaques, and so we give one to the recipient, and then we put one on each chair in there. That'd be awesome, and that wouldn't be pretty expensive, so yeah. But just let me know how I need to, let you know. Like, put in the budget stuff for next meeting, or
Just figure
kind of
out,
price it out.
yeah,
and just let
just
you know.
price it out, let me know before, like, let me know in 2 weeks.
Okay.
Like 2 weeks before next week.
Perfect.
Did we started with those, are we gonna do another survey? Like, was that helpful?
We got about 150 responses, and I think it was helpful just for that one time. I don't feel like we need to do it again. It was helpful because when we went to talk to the grant people, they want to know how many people are coming in from outside the county. So it was really nice to be able to say, yeah, we did the survey and we found out that this, about more than half of the people are coming from outside of the county. So that part was good to have that data, but I think we could, for the grant next year, we could just reuse that data. Unless there's something else we want to find out. By and large, people felt like their favorite event was the rodeos. By and large, like 99%. So.
Well, and it helped with the marketing stuff too, didn't it?
It did help with the marketing, and we found out that most people found out about it through word of mouth. So not so many from the rodeo or from the radio. So we'll have to think about our strategy for marketing, and maybe we still want to do the radio. I don't know. Think about
I just think if we're not getting any bigger, like as far as our capacity, word of mouth's only gonna get bigger just on its own.
Right.
So I don't know, if we're spending most of the marketing budget on radio ads, maybe it's not worth it.
Yeah, we can look at some other ways to get the word out. I know before we did talk about maybe adding another night. I don't know if we want to do that or not, but I don't know.
I thought I talked about taking away the
We did take away nights. We took away Friday night first. And I think you guys brought something back.
Look at me, you know how I was last year.
Well, last year, the first year I did it, we did a Thursday, Friday nights. Last year, we just did a Friday, we cut out Thursday night. So we did shorten it last year. So we were doing it.
And we did shorten it before we had quit doing anything. They weren't doing anything Thursday, and we took out Friday. And then it all came back.
Oh,
We were doing 5 nights in a row.
the first year I helped, when Bob was doing it,
Not Sunday, we would like
We
to
did
do
it-
Sunday
no.
out and then come back
we
for
did Thursday,
Monday.
Friday, Saturday.
Except now we're doing Sunday jackpot, but back when it was Thursday. we
Sunday's
wasn't
usually
doing
the movie.
Yeah, I think that year we didn't have a movie on
Yeah, I don't
Sunday.
think.
No, we didn't, you're right. Just to back up a little bit, you said something about maybe a refrigerator, you had 5,000 left over.
Yeah.
The 3 years we've done it, we've rented a small, just a household size. We didn't do a commercial.
Okay.
Even when the commercial one burned up, honest, we got by for 2 years with just a small one. Rented.
We could buy a nice.
I don't know the
Doesn't have to be
age.
commercial, but yeah, we have.
I don't know the age of the ones we have, they're pretty old.
Yeah.
So if we have a light, maybe a newer, bigger side-by-side commercial unit wouldn't hurt.
Okay.
But just to let you know, we have been getting by with just renting one small
Okay. Well, just decide what you want to buy and
one.
then
Okay.
let us know and we'll get it
Think
ordered.
about that, guys. The freezers, Suzanne, last year we bought, that one chest style that worked out quite well. Freezer capacity, we were good with. Refrigerators, like I said, the rented one was sufficient. I think it was like 19 cubic foot, just like a household one. So, just something to keep in mind if we want to spend the money on something else.
Well, we have to spend it on probably something for the shack, but it doesn't necessarily have to be the fridge. So if you wanted to buy a refrigerator that costs like $1,500, then you could have another $3,500 to put towards the awning or another project.
Okay. We good on that then? We can close the book on our Frontier Days discussion?
Well, my clean contest is not Saturday, but on the 18th, so a week from this coming Saturday.
Oh, it is, okay.
And everything's going good with that. The barrel racing jackpot. It kind of was a fluky thing, but it worked out in our favor. So Nancy Kirkham from the Bolt Store, I had her we have the traveling crown, but I had her get the attendant crowns. And she said, the crowns are here. Okay, so I went and picked them up. And I said, just Bill Francis City, send it to Suzanne. And she says, okay, then 3 days later, I got a text message that said, Jenny's decided to donate the buckles. And I had talked to her a couple months ago about getting buckles for the barrel racing jackpot. And I was like, yeah, that's awesome. So I was like, so excited. So I called my jackpot lady and told her and everything. And then Nancy was like, and then I texted Nancy and I was like, so do you want me to pick the buckles out? Do you want me to design them? Do you want to design them? Do you want to just give me the money? Da, da, da. And she's like, what are you talking about? And I said, you said you'd donate the buckles for my jackpot. And she says, oh no, the crowns. We're going to donate the crowns for your queen contest. And I said, oh no. And I was like, it's okay. It's Heather Winterton from the Uinta Basin and me. And I told her what a mistake I had made. And she said, okay, I'll go half if you'll go half. It's like $400. And I said, yeah, we'll do that. So I told Nancy that. She told Jenny that, and Jenny gave me a check for $400 today. So I've got buckles for the jackpot. I'll probably get way more people this year because of the buckles. So yeah, it worked out accidentally, but good.
Yeah.
So
Well, actually, I was gonna say we could use some of the grant money for that, because we could use it for prizes, but it has to be spent after the contract starts, so that probably won't be for a little bit longer still. So
Okay.
Never mind.
yeah, well, so I mean, so that worked out. So we've got that
Cool.
set up, and we're gonna do that again on Sunday. So.
Will you make sure when you get a certificate of liability from her?
Yeah, she got one last year, right?
I don't remember.
Oh, okay. I'm pretty sure. She holds them all over the state of Utah, so I'm pretty sure she has one.
Okay?
Okay, that's all I
Okay,
have.
perfect. Moving on to council business. Anybody on the council have anything to report?
No, I've already talked to this Katie and Scott. The locks on the bathroom over at the pump track, I still don't get how we're gonna unlock them and lock them every day when the pump track gets.
There,
Is somebody gonna go over there on Sundays and
there's-
holidays or?
there's an electronic lock. You can
Oh.
Program them
Okay.
so that they'll open at 8 AM, shut down at 9, whatever.
Oh, I thought you were gonna have Luke go over there every morning, and I was like, that's gonna be a pain, let's just change the handles. Okay, that makes way better sense
That's
to me.
why we did that, because they're programmable locks, so that we don't just leave them open.
Yeah,
So kids go in the middle of the night,
well, yeah, you don't want teenagers in there doing their,
so we just
Okay.
program them.
okay, yeah, I don't know why that was bugging me, but I just don't want my little kid out there peeing in the.
I noticed there's some dirt bikes been on there.
Uh-oh,
Yep, that's what we had a couple complaints about, I've heard.
Yeah, one of the public works guys posted on the Wild Willow, is that where you saw it?
Yeah.
Put on the Wild Willow page, because we have a name, actually, it's kind of nice, a lot of the neighbors are starting to take some ownership over there. So you know, the ones that at first were like really against it, and now, they're taking ownership of it, which is great, and they like it.
yeah.
And
it's
they
fun.
want to see people use it the right way, they want to take care of it. So, one of the guys that lives right on the corner, he will let me know if he sees any motorcycles on it. And so, he's awesome about it. One time he sent me, so these kids on this green Kawasaki are on the, and then he sent me the address of where they live.
Oh my goodness,
So
so
that I could look
good.
up their phone number. I called parents and said, no, they can't.
It's a pedal bike,
And the
yeah.
dad was really nice about it and said, I'll make sure he's not American. But then a week or two later, I got another email from him with a movie showing these kids riding around it. So I took like a screenshot from it and I didn't recognize the kids. So I showed Luke and he didn't recognize them. My kids didn't recognize them. So then one of the public works guys put it on the Wild Willow Facebook. And I don't know if anyone knows who they are, but maybe the parents will see it.
And keep them up.
Yeah, but there are signs up that say no
Yeah.
motorized vehicles. We ordered some new signs, so hopefully people will get the idea, but I'm sure it will probably be a problem for a little bit.
Are we planning on, like, say somebody's kid keep doing it over and over, are we gonna have a penalty for that, or are we just gonna just deal with it?
I don't know. I don't know.
Cause they're gonna rut the crap out of that thing real
Sure.
fast.
Yeah, and it'll be expensive we have to fix it every single year.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
So I don't know,
We've talked about doing fencing to make it harder for like a bigger, just to make it so that a regular sized bike can get through. But then we kind of have problems with like accessibility and,
strollers and.
yeah,
Yeah.
strollers, and we don't want
Yeah.
everyone to not be able to get in it. So it's just, like, how do we make it so that only bikes can be on the pump track, but then people with strollers or wheelchairs can still get
It's
in?
still-
That's a good point. We don't have obviously a city ordinance in place to penalize monetarily anybody.
Yeah, we
But
do.
we-
We actually do
do
have
we?
like a non-motorized trail ordinance.
Okay.
So I can't remember if there's a penalty in place. And then the other part of that is sometimes it's hard to know who they are.
Sure.
Well, like it says, if we caught them and we knew who they were,
Right.
do we have the resource to find them and or their parents? Do we have an ordinance in place?
Can't remember if it had a fine with it.
If not, maybe we need to look at that,
I
attach a fine to it. We've
I don't
never
want
had
to
a
say
fine.
we should, but I think we have to,
Yeah,
because some people just don't care enough to worry about it until you really get hit in the wallet.
agreed.
And now it's a problem. But until then, it's, oh, kids will be kids.
Well, yeah, but then the expense to repair kids will be kids born by the city.
Right. Yep, I totally agree with that.
So it says.
I hate to do it too, but
It's not like the old days though, where you could take care of something a little bit easier.
Yeah, it's not like the old days when I could go kick their butts. I'd be in jail.
we just smack the kid.
Nowadays.
Don't do that.
I'm not seeing anything like a fine that goes with it, but maybe we should look at.
I would do it.
Maybe we need to look at that and attach a fine to that ordinance. And then obviously post the sign.
Yeah, maybe even put it on the sign. You
Well, yeah,
will
we
be
would have
fined
to,
or.
we'd have to put it on at the park.
Yep,
Yeah.
I totally would do that. Anything we can deter people from even thinking about doing it, that's the best course of action. Prevent it from happening, but it's not gonna be fair if they're going and taking dirt bikes in there all the time, tearing it up.
It won't take much to carry it.
Okay.
Okay. Katie, you've given us some of your plan and report already. Do you have any more?
Yeah, so you all should have gotten an email from Alakazam, they're our IT provider, and we are installing a program called Okta on all of our city-owned devices. It's for cybersecurity, and it's a single sign-on. So you go back in your email, you'll see the steps to get the Okta program. It is legit from the city, so I just want you all to know it's not like a scam. It is something we are trying to do. So try to get it on and update your devices. If you have any questions, reach out to Alakazam. They will be very helpful in getting you set up with that. The other thing I want to talk about is another grant that we applied for, the Utah Outdoor Recreation Grant. We applied for almost $144,000 and we got all of it. And that money will be used to finish the Wild Willow Park. Hopefully finished, okay, not finished. There will be a little bit of work left still because it's just a lot of money. But with the money that we got from the county on the Recreation and Arts and Parks grant, the RAP grant, and this, I think that's gonna take a big chunk out of the nature play area, and then also getting some of the landscaping done that we wanted to around the entrance and putting in some trees, paving the parking lot, that's gonna be happening hopefully soon too over there. So anyway, things are happening with the parks. We're getting quite a bit of money from grants, which is really nice. You probably noticed that we have some shelters put up in the parks, 2 new ones out here, and then one in the Wild Willow Park right by the bike park. So things are coming along. Just trying to get everything looking good and some nice things. So, that's it for me.
Cool, good job.
Okay. I want to backtrack before I get to you, Scott. You brought up our IT group, and
Yeah.
having this new, I have 3 of our bigger clients in California. Big treatment treatment plants. All 3 of them have been hacked. Because we have the SCADA system. So that's something I was gonna talk to you about. I don't know, in talking to IT guys over there, they say when they look things up, hackers are looking things up, a treatment plant name, it's the same in cyberspace as whether you're a little podunk, little town, or a huge LA metropolis. They don't care. And they're really starting to happen to the point where FBI are called in, IT groups just massive, right, crawling all over this. The FBI says this is a huge problem. They're trying to wreak havoc across the nation. So we gotta be careful, I guess, with our little iPads too.
Yeah.
But something we need to reach out to our IT. We have a firewall, but in all 3 major treatment plants, they were able to breach and break through the firewalls.
Right, yeah, so we got a grant last year, cybersecurity grant for like $32,000 from the state of Utah. So utility companies are a major target right now for these online threats, for these hackers, especially from China and Russia. So the state of Utah, through the federal government, had some grant money, and we got $33,000 to do some projects. So we're trying to beef up our security here. I don't really want to get too into detail on a public meeting, but we are taking some steps here
That's good.
to make sure that we are more protected, and that's something that I've been working on quite a bit lately.
Right.
So,
Yeah, it's our SCADA community.
right, we did get a better system for SCADA, and we got some other things that are gonna hopefully help us avoid a cyber attack, and then if we did get one, we should be able to recover faster from it if we have one.
Yeah, well, it did some damage to a couple. All 3 plants, we treat about 7,000 gallons a minute through the plants each, and they have to go offline at night. They could only run through the day. Because they're running unmanned, unless they, man it, put overtime. So no, it's a big thing. The FBI says they're really going after the infrastructure, electrical and water for sure.
Yeah, I get,
Especially.
I have one of the emails notices I get is alert, like cyber alerts for different attacks that are happening or things you need to watch out for. And I see them on a daily basis.
Okay.
New threats coming in. So it's kind of crazy how much they're trying to attack, especially the utility companies.
Okay, Mr. Scott?
Well, you see the building going up, we're making pretty good progress. Starting to pull walls up and stuff. Working with Wilson to get the well installed with the temporary power, hopefully by the end of this month, so we're ready for June when things start ramping up, we need the water, so we'll get that done. Other than that, Foothills is moving along. They're still blasting every once in a while. There was a resident of a neighboring subdivision that's in the county that was quite upset, and they text him before they blast so he knows that it's coming.
Got
This contractor is a lot better than the last one. They're actually moving along rather than just moving dirt and making messes.
I have a question I've noticed on Foothill that I've been asked by a couple of neighbors. Underground digger, they've been out marking on both sides of Foothill. Is that something to do with Francis Yates? Are they messing with the sewer? I mean, the lift station, or what's going on there?
I'd have to, probably them, because anytime they dig, they have to go up and find some valves and stuff in the water line. So they probably called in a blue stick for that.
Okay.
Unless somebody else is calling in, I'm not aware of any of
Because
those.
they marked the heck out of the electrical, the gas line, orange, just the other day. I think yesterday I saw the gas guy back out again.
Was it down further towards them, or was it?
No, it's in front, it's all the way from 35, all all the way past my house.
Hmm.
Past the sewer lift station.
Yeah,
They painted the heck out of the front of my driveway with,
I'm not,
gas.
I'm not sure. who's doing
that's
that.
not us? Oh, okay.
Not that I'm aware of, I'd have to check the book and see if he's got a, he can look at the blue stakes and see who it is. see who's
Okay.
calling in.
Oh, okay.
But
Yeah, because I just looked and said, I don't know, I'll find out.
I'm not sure what they'd be doing down by you.
Okay.
They're eventually gonna replace that lift station. They're talking about doing the line here soon, but they wouldn't call it blue station.
Well, they, from my house, just past my house, all the way back to 35. Like I said, that's why I thought it pertained to the sewer lift station. Maybe they are getting.
Unless they called it in to find out where the utilities were, to finalize the design when they're
Yeah,
tying in and stuff
maybe.
like that.
Okay, all right. That's all I had.
That's all I got.
Well,
Well,
I
I
can
just have a random question. What's that big cement thing on the building at the back? Are we having a vault? Are we gonna lock people up or jail?
That's what we-
Is it
that's-
a jail?
That's Suzanne's office.
That's the same thing.
Did you? Okay.
That's Suzanne's office. No, that's to hide the air conditioning and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Utilities path back there.
yeah,
Oh, okay. I was like, oh, maybe it's a jail. It's a tiny jail,
I
but.
think they're gonna put the same like siding on it.
What's
It's
that?
not supposed to be my paddle room. Your paddle room.
Your pad intrusion.
Are they gonna put the same siding on it that's on the building, so it's not just.
So it's not just-
Yeah.
Oh, Rusty will make it look good. He does a good job.
I'll go look and see that.
I don't remember.
I can't remember.
Okay.
well, Jeremy's just sent me a text yesterday to inform me he wasn't gonna be here, but he didn't tell me to say anything on his mayor's report, so I guess we're finished. I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second it, if I can.
Aye.
Aye. Okay.